Hello, my name is Sulfani Karisma Perdana. On this occasion, I will describe the parts and function of electric object at home. Next, blender, crushing knife, to grind a food, and to stir the cutting result, and bowl holder, to support the housing and cover, and the coupling teeth. And then cover like bowl so that the food does not come out, and the container place to put ingredients, and the bowl holder body and stand to cover the machine, and as a setting medium for the ingredients container, and coupling gear to rotate the blade, and then on off switch to turn on or off, adjust the blade speed, and plug to connect electric current, the coupling gear between the blade and the rotor coupling tooth, to connect the rotation between the coupling teeth with a blade. Next, iron cloth, plug to connect electric current, and cover and wake in the side. Iron covers or enclosures are made of insulating material to prevent the hazard of electric shock. In addition, the cover is also heat resistant to prevent the danger of touching parts of the human body. The bolt is usually made of iron, and as the name implies, function as an iron bolt to make it easier to use. And then pedestrian, the part of the iron that will be in direct contact with the fabric. The iron base is made of anti-rust material, so it is not easy to get dirty and contaminate the fabric. And then indicator light, the light indicator in use as a sign that the iron is connected to a voltage source or not. And then temperature control, see the heat. Next, a fan driving dynamo to turn the fan blades inside. Blades server to suck air from the outside with the exhaust back in the opposite direction. And then protector, the function of the drills is to protect the propeller from the being touch in hand when it's blade rotation. And then support root server as a fan pole, and control panel to turn on or off and adjust the wind speed, and plug to connect electric current. Next, speaker in this sound function to project sound, and then control panel to turn on or off and adjust the instrument sound in this bass, treble, and X bus, and then plug to connect electric current, and cover to protect the engine. Next, a television. In this cover to protect the engine, and then plug to connect electric current, and this is indicator leg. And the leg indicator is used as an sign that the television is connected to a voltage source or not, and as remote access, and then screen to display visual. Next, printer, and this is plug to connect electric current, and cover to protect the engine, and then paper tray, a place to store or put paper as print media on the printer, and then paper support. Paper support serves as an acquaintance paper. The paper should be taken in this section close when the printer is not functioning to keep the printer from catching dust or other things. And indicator legs. The indicator legs is used as a sign that the printer is connected to a voltage source or not, and power button. This button is used to turn the printer on, off, and on. And stop button. This button stops the printing process when the printer has a problem. And then ink tank unit function as a container consisting of several ink reservoirs. Next, PV generator, and then plug to connect electric current, and a cover to protect the engine, and then handle to make it easy to open the door. And this is freezer. As the name implies, this section is used to store material that require very cold temperature. In this room, the temperature can reach 0 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature at which water turns into ice. In this room, also usually as an ice maker, and then chiller up and chiller down. This section is generally located in the same room as the refrigerator, only it is designed in such a way that there is a bulkhead that provides a cooler temperature condition than the refrigerator. In this section, usually fresh material is placed, and this is a refrigerator. This section usually has a wider space than the other. The temperature in this section is usually set from 5 degrees Celsius and below, where microbes cannot reproduce. Although this space is large, it's very important to pay attention to not keep the material here too full, so that air circulation is maintained properly so that the cold spirit can be evenly distributed. Next, rice cooker, and this is cover handle to open the cover, and this is cover rice, and then this is the pot, the place the rice to be cooked, made of metal or aluminum, which is cooked with a non-stick material. And then cover as a protection from the inner pan and elements. And then indicator light to know the rice cooker is cooked or not. And this is plug to connect electric current. Next, dispenser. In this plug to connect electric current, and then cover to protect the machine, and this is switch for setting hot water or cold water, and this is indicator light to find out the description of hot water or cold water, and this faucet as water outlet, and this is inside place for gallon placement. Next, washing machine, and this is plug to connect electric current, and then wash timer to set the time when washing clothes, and this is wash selector and wash or drain selector to select the tip of spin for clothing, gentle or heavy, and as a drain. And then is spin timer to set the time when drying clothes, and this is wash lid to cover clothes during the washing process, and this is a spin lid and inner lid to cover clothes during the drying process, and this is wash tub, place the wash clothes, and this is blade, and then spin tub, place the drying clothes, and this is cover to protect the machine. Thank you so much and see you next time.